Hello, guys. It's all about back to school. Back to school, back to school. Are you ready for back to school? I can't believe that just few months ago we were on holiday and today we are on back to school. Are you ready for back to school? Listen to these few tips I came up with, which will help you for your back to school preparation. Here are my plans for back to school. First thing I have to do, we are in the month of August. August is the last month to back to school. And I've come up with the August calendar. It is pasted on my wall. Each day, I ask my kids to tick the days as the days are counting down to back to school. Make a calendar and paste on your wall, and each day urge them to tick the days as the days are going by. Let them know the number of days that are left for back to school so they'll be able to schedule their program perfectly. Secondly, you have to go back to that bedtime routine. What time do they go to bed and what time do they wake up? During holidays, it was just relaxing. Everybody was free to go to bed at the time they wanted. They were free to go to bed at 12 midnight and to wake up in the morning even at midday. So this time is time for you to adjust that program. They should be able to go back to bed early and to wake up in the morning early. They are preparing themselves already for back to school. Because if you don't start that now, and school begins, it will be difficult for them to have that habit of going to bed early and getting up early in the morning to prepare for school. My next program this August, I have to look for a helper. A helper. Most parents do not always have time. Some are working and they do not have time to take care of these children before and after school. Have you looked for that helper already? We have just 3 weeks left to go back to school. Look for that helper and start training he or her on how to act or on how to take care of your kids before school starts, before schools resume that this helper is already used to your house program and the children's program. That is another great idea for back to school. Another idea, what I've done, I'm already preparing an environment, a very special environment for my children's homework. It is always good to have a special environment for them so that when they come back from school with their homework, they will have this comfortable environment to sit and study, to sit and take care of their homework. So prepare that area already. We have just 3 weeks left, no more time. The next thing I've also prepared is shopping. Shopping is the core of it. Have you shopped? Have you bought your child's pointinini, as they call it? It is the first day of school, and they will love to look good that first day of school. Have you bought their new shoes? Have you bought their new bags? And don't forget to buy a good lunch box, especially for the kindergartens. Those babies like food and they like when their food is coming from a special dish. Look for a nice lunch box for your child. Then, when you want to look for a box, a lunch box, look for that dish that is maybe separated, that is partition, so that when you fry the plantains and place here, you place eggs on the other side, you place some fruit by the side. It is so good and special for them. But do not forget the manner you will hand over this gift to them. It's very important. If you buy their books, if you buy their bags, parcel them and attach a very beautiful message to it. I love you, my child. I wish you good luck this new academic year. I wish you the best, my boy, this new academic year. They will be so happy and excited to start school with some joy and they will bring back good result because they really know that mommy and daddy cares and they have to make them happy at all time. What do you think? If you try that, it will be so special and best for you. What I'm doing now and again, another thing I'm trying to do now is to ask my children's expectation for this new academic year. What do you expect from them and what do they expect from themselves? They are going back to school. Ask them if they would love to be amongst the first three in their classroom, if they would love to be the school prefect for this year. Now you prepare them right away. If your child intends to be the sanitation prefect, just go to the market now and start looking for those clean uniforms, those clean shoes that he will begin the first day of school with. You're already preparing her mind, his or her mind, on being a sanitation prefect right from the first day of school. It's all about back to school. We have to plan right away. Are we forgetting registration? Registration is another important point. If you haven't registered your kid today, try and do that immediately and grab a good space for that child. Those children who might be going for boarding schools this year, those students who will start school for their first time, I mean the baby is 2 years, 3 years old, try to grab their positions right away. If you do not register them now, you might not have that good space you would have been given if you had registered earlier. You understand? So go and register the children right away and get their book list so you start their back to school preparation immediately. Another thing I will advise you to do right now is to make that child visit the school environment. Let your child start becoming used to that environment. Those babies, 2 years, 3 years, 4, 5, and 6 years, who are starting school for their first time or who have been long without visiting their schools, should go now and start making some good use of the school environment, having some fun, becoming used to the teachers around the school, to the administrators. Some parents even prefer at this time and they enroll their children in the holiday classes. The reason is just for those children to be used to that school environment before school actually begins. Those are still some great tips you shouldn't forget. Have you forgotten to look for a go to school friend for your child? Children like friends when they are going to school. They like to make friends. Mommy, I love this one because she is so beautiful. I would like to go to school with her. I would like to always eat with her. Try to look at those children you really admire around your environment and make your children make some friendship with them. Let them link up so they can go to school together and come back together. If your child has already made that choice, stay go to it, intervene, and make sure the child's choice is the best choice because they don't really know how to make choices like we can do, so we can intervene and amend them. If you haven't been doing all these things, then let me tell you, you are late. You are late. You're listening to Classroom Tips with Linda, and I share tips around the school, around the classroom, and I also try to give some helping hand to all parents who are in need or who need some advice about their kids. Let's go back to school. Have you planned? If you have planned, if you have prepared, what have you prepared? Can you drop your comments in the comment section below? Thank you for listening once more. If you've been watching up to this, I love you. Stay tuned to Classroom Tips with Linda and do not forget to subscribe to my channel so you always get these interesting tips from me.